Wow.
Maria?
Maria, be nice.
So these two, you want to keep your cats away from them. They steal cats, cat nappers. Right, so today we check out of Dili Central Backpackers. We spent just the night here after we came over from Atauro, and now we're heading on a 3 days of expedition. So as you can see right now, they're just loading up, getting the vehicle loaded up for us, and we should be out of here within a second. All right, so we made it. We're here. Just checked out Dili Central Backpackers, and now we're heading out on a
Adventure.
Heading on an adventure with Miggy.
Yeah.
Have you done this one before? No, first time. No, first time together. All the other days have been sweltering. It's been extremely hot, but today's nice temperature.
Hundreds of years of evolutionary success, tightly packed into a muscular 12-foot frame. Fearsome 2-inch-long teeth, gaping prehistoric jaws, emerald green eyes, and a couple of frozen chickens to set the mood right.
We got chicken.
I mean, I would have.
Go on, Amy.
Kelly, do you want to rock scissors, paper, or something? You're afraid. I'm not afraid. That what he does. Okay. Oh, good. Not good. No problem. Is he going to eat that ball? No problem.
How fucking cool was that?
That was wicked. I feel bad about God. That's a great picture.
No, I got the video of you doing it.
Wow.
Maria?
Maria, be nice. Wow. Oh my God, you see the... Holy Maria.
You don't look very brave.
I do not feel very brave either. I'm not going to pinch the cat.
Our first stop took us to a military camp where Kelly and Amy bravely fed these prehistoric creatures. And as amazing as the experience was, what really stuck with me most is how the Timorese refer to Crocs as abo. And abo means grandfather or grandmother.
We got it.
Thank you. Crocodiles are fed, crocodiles are happy. I think the girls are happy.
Yes.
Everybody's happy, and now we head into the next spot. Our final destination was a tiny village located in the Lautem district called Kamar. Now Kamar was about 5 hours drive away from Dili. So naturally, there's a spot where most people stop and just hang out for a couple minutes or so and refresh themselves, whether you buy some snacks or something to drink or just hang out and stretch your feet for a bit. We spent just a couple moments here. So one thing that you realize as you drive out of Dili is that the landscape changes quite a few times. 1 minute we were seeing houses, rice paddies, beach, long dusty roads, which were still under construction, and as a result, this is what kind of made the drive a much longer drive than it needed to be. A few bumps and a couple particles of dust in my nose later, we arrive at the Church of Lalea, which was built in 1933. This is a rain, but up here is nothing but complete sunshine. Hello. Yes, that's complete sunshine up here. Thanks, Miggy. Right here?
Yeah.
Alright, quick stop for some food. My butt is sore from just sitting. What scared you most? Was it the snap or was it the actual jump?
I think it was the snap and the speed at which it leapt off the ground that left me with this face. Ooh! It's a crocodile. I'm allowed to be afraid.
I look really brave in my face in the picture you took.
Because you can't see your face.
Thank you.
Yummy, yummy, yum.
Yum. Thank you so much.
This is what?
Fettuccine.
Spinach. Spinach fettuccine. I got pork chops with rice. Time to eat. Baucau is the second largest city in East Timor after Dili, which is the capital. Much of the infrastructure of the city and the surrounding area was damaged or destroyed by pro-Indonesian militia during the violence that followed the referendum for independence in 1999. Nevertheless, in the old part of Baucau, there survive a few relics from the Portuguese colonial era, such as large colonial houses, churches, and public buildings. One of these is the Posada de Baucau. This present-day hotel has a painful history because back in the day it was used as a torture center by the Indonesian army. It's located basically in the city center, and it's kind of hard to miss this place because it is painted in a flamboyant pink that really screams that Portuguese flavor and vibrancy. And on top of that, it's got like a million monkeys just hanging around. This is hilarious.
It's because I thought like I impulsed.
That hungry.
This place is gorgeous.
That's it.
Eat banana, eat floor, the papaya. We have swimming pool in under. One person so 50 cents. Why you're not going the swimming under?
Yeah, we will go to the
So this employee, she was asking us if we were staying at the hotel and why weren't we going to use the swimming pool. And this pool here is like is basically synonymous with the name Baucau. Locals and tourists alike will pay 50 cents each in order to use it, but because we were on such a tight schedule, we didn't get to swim there. After a bit of monkeying around, Kim then took us through the market so we could purchase some vegetables and fruits for the next couple days that we would be in Com. So once we had everything that we needed from the market, we headed right back into that vehicle one more time and back onto the bumpy roads, and the landscapes just continually kept changing, and we found ourselves at this roadside stall, and we also became familiar with the Timorese word Malay. Now Malay means foreigner, and these kids were screaming from across the other side of the street, and they managed to even get Kelly to do a little bit of a dance for them. Majority of the roads were under construction. At one point we came to a road that just suddenly came to end, and we had to do a U-turn and take a different route. The most random thing ever happened. We were just driving and saw this like huge gathering of motorbikes, and we decided to pull in and stop over, and it was just a bunch of men enjoying some chicken fighting. Now this isn't to say that I condone this act of chicken fighting or putting animals to fight against one another, but I believe that if you are going to experience a culture, you do it all and you do it objectively. So at some point on our drive, we were crossing a bridge, and Miggy, who was a tour guide in training, we saw him looking out the window, and he was looking down towards where the water usually is because crocodiles would hang out there. But this led to a much deeper story.
Place is for the 8th month, was built by the militia.
Back when there was the Indonesian occupation, 8 nuns were killed and their bodies were thrown into the river. And the crocodiles, they came because these people were without sin. The crocodiles didn't eat them. Now there's a monument erected in the corner of a street in remembrance of this tragic situation. After such a long day of travel, we arrived in Com as the sun was setting. Now, as I said before, it's a really tiny village. It's super quaint and filled with friendly people. So we just settled in and got some rest because the next day we would be heading out on a full-on adventure to Atauro Island.
Oh wow, it looks sensational.
It's dinner time.
Thank you.
And fish.
And fish.
And rice. And these are the vegetables we bought at the market.
And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn the notification on so that you know whenever I put a video out. And now we eat. So stay tuned for the next episode where we just took a boat over from. We ran out of gas. The gas stations are closed. Traditional type of house that's behind me.